Greetings, one love. I'm Jimmy, the founder of King of Africa Publishing. And under King of Africa Publishing, we have many projects and programs and platforms. The most important one, the crucial one, is Cool Mom Records. So, in many ways, you could look at King of Africa Publishing as the fatherly side of the motherly Cool Mom Records, which together are like parents to bring about nurturing, nourishment, encouragement, and fulfillment, basically, of all the planet's children, and making sure that the planet is there for the children and the children to come. So through music and the music business, we'd like to, live up to these values and impart these values to the generations, throughout creation, everywhere really. So that's the whole point of King of Africa Publishing and Cool Mom Records. Now we're talking about Cool Mom Records. Well, all of it is about values. Whether you value yourself, do you value me? Do we value each other? Do we value the planet? So in terms of value, what is the value we put on a woman? On womanhood, humanity as a whole, Cool Mom Records takes a look at that. And of course, it's a complex issue, but there are things that are very simple to understand about how we work. Number one, this is not feminism. Number two, it's not wokeism. Number three, it's not about gender roles. Because we don't see those things as fundamental. We see those things as symptoms of a deeper lying problem. So we would really like to avoid using the word women's empowerment. Find it to be a farce. Find it to be fake, basically, a fallacy, because there is nobody who can empower women except women themselves. You understand? So as a man, women give birth. How do we empower women to give birth? Nature takes care of that. The feminine side of nature, of the universe, takes care and makes sure that there is a physical representation of the perpetuation of life through birth. So it's a high thing that is there from before we came along. So we respect that. So how could you ever say that you are empowering a woman, because the essence of a woman is that she bears the seed and nurtures it and brings it into the world. And that is a very, very, very good concept, and a real concept for all business and all governmental and everything on every level, basically. Industrial level, philosophical level, everything. And so as Cool Mom Records, that's what we'd like to have: business structures and governance structures and ideas that reflect the respect for that feminine aspect of the universe. You see, so that's what we call Cool Mom Records. The fallacies in gender, it's the reason why I'm pausing is because I'm getting like 1,000 different angles of explaining it, and I have to pick one, basically. I think it's best if I stick to pictures that people understand, I've recently observed. Let me first of all equate it to the black struggle, the woman struggle and the black struggle. The fallacies are that where you seem to be excelling within the white male dominated paradigm, that is what is seen as progress. But that is not necessarily so. So it is difficult to really get this idea across when the most brilliant people are geared towards excelling in a paradigm that is destructive, that is a burden to Mother Nature, that is a burden to relations between all nations, really, that is a burden because of the way it's represented, even in religion, there's a burden to symbiosis of cultures, you know. And so Cool Mom Records really looks at that structure, that pyramidical structure, and turns it upside down. So recently in America we had, in America now we have the first black vice president. And at the inauguration, of course, we had the first black president and the first black first lady, and you had Amanda Gorman with a poem, and everybody felt like, hey, we're getting somewhere, right? Symbolism, symbolism, symbolism in the same paradigm is not going to get us anywhere. At the bottom, things are still a huge problem, and they're getting worse because the symbolism managed to hijack the brightest minds and put them on a wild goose chase. You see. So with Cool Mom Records, we take that into consideration, that if you're a black person, and for example, let's say you're from Nigeria and you're a black man and you believe in Jesus and you pray to the Holy Spirit, and then you get a promotion and you're working for British Petroleum or Shell or one of those petrol companies that's taking oil out of Nigeria, and then you get promoted to being a director. Then you're praising Jesus. You're like, whoa, wait, you know, progress. And everybody's like, yeah, first black director of Shell. And Shell continues to do what it's doing against the citizens of Nigeria. Where's the progress in that? You see? So in a nutshell, our recognition of women and their value is recognizing them within a totally different paradigm than the paradigm that is suppressing and exploiting the whole earth at the moment. So that's the essence of Cool Mom Records. So for me, it is not feminism, it is not gender, it is none of these new things that have come up recently, devaluing the woman. It is the most commonsensical, logical step in socioeconomic strategy. And that's what makes sense to me to do. So I do it as a man who cares for the future generation and how I and brothers like me can man up and join sisters who are incredible in everything they do to really bring resolution on this earth and on this planet. And our music reflects that, and our music business reflects that. So that, in a sense, is Cool Mom Records.